Hello and welcome to Feelings with the Geekiary. I am not Erin. I am Tara, and I'm here with Vaughn, and Erin will be joining us in just a moment because everybody knows that your computer updates at the worst times possible.
Really
Um, so we are fans, we have feelings, and this is where we webcast about them.
awesome. All right. So, friendly reminder that this is also a podcast. So please subscribe to us on iTunes so you don't miss any of our feelings. And if you're listening to this as a podcast or just listening to us record it live, remember this is recorded live. So we're not actually sure what's going to happen. So please forgive us any technical difficulties like a computer updating at the worst possible moment or accidental swears. You can join the conversation with the hashtag Geekiary feelings. Come on, how will we know we're wrong if you don't tell us?
All right. We would also like to remind all of you that the views expressed on this webcast are those of, if I could talk, are those of the hosts as individuals and do not necessarily represent the Geekiary or the webcast itself as a whole. Oh my gosh.
Wow. We just like rolled through that. That was
It's
great.
fine. We also have Patreon.
Yeah.
And so if you haven't checked us out on Patreon, honestly, our Patreon is probably due for some updates, which we might look into pretty soon. We got some big things coming up this next week. And I think once things have settled down for the website, we might revisit Patreon. So yeah, it's patreon.com/ the Geekiary. And there are some great like little perks and stuff that you can get as it is. But yeah, we'd love to get some more patrons and be able to offer you guys more content. And honestly, if anybody has any ideas of things that they would like from a Patreon, because I think our things start at like $1 a month, so it's really not expensive or anything. But yeah, if anybody has any ideas of things that you think we should do to gain your patronage, please let us know. You can, I don't know, tweet us at the Geekiary or email us at thegeekiary@gmail.com. Yeah, all sorts of things.
Yeah.
So yeah, but there are some good perks up there right now anyway. So
Yeah, that's some pretty good stuff. And yeah, like things might change. So, snap up any perks that we've got now before
before they go away.
things.
Now, I can't imagine anything major would like go away completely unless it was
I
just
don't know. I'm
something
trying to
nobody
like hype
wanted.
them into like
Yeah,
thinking that like there's a limited supply here and you
I'm
should just grab
terrible.
it while it's hot.
I'm terrible with hype. So we'll like honestly, okay, so the bitching dead, Walking Dead is back. Walking Dead is back, so I can say that before Erin gets on. Walking Dead is back, and the Bitching Dead are Walking Dead webcast that I do with Fareed and Becca. Had its first episode of the second half of the season on Monday. And it was a good time. I may have been pouring like straight vodka into a cup at one point because it is The Walking Dead we're talking about. But yeah, so if you get on YouTube, on our channel, just look for the playlist for The Bitching Dead. We've only had like 4 episodes so far, so if you like complaining about Walking Dead, you might enjoy it. And eventually we'll be turning that into a podcast when I get off my lazy butt. Uh so yeah. And apparently Erin's computer is doing that thing where it says it's 100% updated for like 10 minutes. So this is, y'all, we've already started late because we were all just like completely off. Like I'm having giant, like I'm allergic to Florida allergy attacks. Vaughn forgot what day it was. Erin got stuck at day job work because, we all actually have lives outside of this. So
I
it's
know. I
been,
mean, I wish we didn't. I mean,
I know,
just go
right?
past 24/7, it'd be fine. But unfortunately, you guys just don't like give us money for to do this. So not that we don't appreciate your patronage or whatever, but still.
Well, honestly, I do think that I will say because the webcast is as long as it is, we do get enough views that it definitely helps bump us over that lovely 4,000 hours a year that we have to make.
Fuck you, YouTube.
So
No, I mean I don't mean that.
yeah, no, you don't. uh, so yeah. I don't even know what I was saying.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Allergies,
We're all
yeah.
over the place.
Yeah.
Okay. So what else can we talk about that I don't know
I
well, we
mean,
don't want to talk about
go ahead, go ahead. We don't want to talk about.
um I don't know. I mean, no one it's the first thing on our list is always Hairgate and it just says lol, no one even cares anymore. And
and
I'm like,
and
that is
there's even
accurate.
it's even capital LOL,
Yeah.
lowercase no, and then it's like O little O big N E because I typed this. I'm fairly certain I might have been drinking when I wrote this thing up. Uh
You never. That has never happened.
it's one of those things that for some reason I only remember when I've been drinking. And I'm like,
Oh
oh
no.
shit, we've got a webcast this week. I should probably create this. I'm also the one that for Bitching Dead, Becca creates the documents. Thank God I don't have to do it. So I'm always like, Becca, hey, our webcast is in like a day. Shouldn't we create this thing? um, but yeah, so no one even cares about Hairgate slash Man Bun Gate anymore. Like, there's
Slash Game of Thrones.
nothing. Yeah,
Wasn't there like there
there's
was like a survey done where people were asked like, would you not watch the final season of Game of Thrones for like $1 million or something? And I was like, that is the easiest thing. Like if someone said you can't watch the final season of Game of Thrones, but I will give you $1 million, I'd be like, sure. I literally like I'll watch it, but I don't care.
Yeah, for me because of Ice and Fire Con, it would be one of those things where I will not watch it as long as I can watch it eventually. You know what I mean? Like I don't need to watch it while it airs. I don't need to watch it even immediately after the season is finished. But as long as I can watch it before the next Ice and Fire Con, it would be fine. But at
That's
this
fair.
rate, it's going to be like airing during the next Ice and Fire Con. So there's that.
I will probably, yeah, I mean, I would 100% never ever watch the final season of Game of Thrones if I could have $1 million. I'd probably do it for a couple of $100, to be honest. So if someone wants to pay me not to watch
Yeah, I guess
the
actually,
final season,
I guess even with Ice and Fire Card, I wouldn't. Yeah, I guess if it was $1 million, it wouldn't matter. Well, I let me rephrase. Is it if it's like taxed $1 million? Because like then if you get the lump sum, they take a whole. I'm thinking about this way too.
no, it's good. You got to think through these decisions. Like they're
But
big,
like,
big choices.
yeah. Like if the only reason I'm watching it is for Ice and FireCon, but if I'm getting like a flat million like tax-free dollars out of it, then I probably would just never watch it. Like there's plenty of people at Ice and FireCon that watch it, so it's not like I would need to know what happens.
No.
And it's not like I wouldn't find out. It's not that's the thing. It's like even if I completely avoided like reading reviews and synopses and stuff, I can't avoid Twitter and Facebook forever.
Yeah. I would be
So
totally fine with never knowing what happened. And that is really not a good sign, to be honest.
yeah, I mean, I feel the same way about Walking Dead. So it's like I pretty much only enjoy watching Walking Dead because then I get to complain about it.
All right. All right. Okay. So we'll talk about the news items
Mm.
and see see if we can get Erin's computer to finally update before we get on to actual discussion.
And we can always push the big important thing that Erin would like to discuss back anyway. So that being iZombie.
Yes.
Yeah, so no one cares about Game of Thrones anymore. Nobody really cares about Walking Dead anymore. So
No, I never
yeah,
really
like
cared about Walking Dead.
if
So
you like complaining about it, watch The Bitching Dead. And like I said, when I get off my ass, I'll turn it into a podcast. So other news. What you got?
well, it says Black Panther apparently caused a lot of black cat adoptions, which is fabulous and amazing. I mean, I just here for Black Panther doing anything, like existing, being there.
Yeah. It was dude, I'm a white person. I just am not gonna like say anything other than that it was absolutely amazing. And like I know my niece is she's mixed and she like I know she's probably not seen it, but she's old enough. She's like 6.5. So the next time I see her, maybe not April because I don't think it'll be out on Blu-ray or whatever then, but like at some point I'm going to sit her down and make sure she sees this movie because it's so important. And one of my friends was saying like, oh well, this is kind of like the thing where Game of Thrones fans are adopting like huskies left and right and not doing research on the breed. But like, dude, a cat is a cat. Like just because it's a black cat, it's still a cat. I feel like nobody's gonna go out and
I don't
adopt
think
a cat.
there have been like, I mean, I don't think there has been like, none of the articles have says there's been an increase in cat adoptions. It's just said that there has been an increase in black
Yeah.
cat adoptions, which is
Yeah.
great because black cats often don't get adopted because people are superstitious and stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't think these are people that it wouldn't have gone and got a pet to start with. They're just choosing to get a black cat for Black Panther reasons, which is fine. A perfectly legit reason to choose your pet, I think.
Well, and also, I mean, like a cat is a cat is a cat, and a cat is not a dog. Like cats they have, they can cause problems. They can claw up furniture or I don't know, be kittens and be playful and annoying, but like this isn't an animal where you have to worry about crating it. You have to worry about like house training it and stuff like that. I don't know. Cats are very easy pets. So I can't like, I don't know. I also love that they're also like, people are all naming them like T'Challa and Okoye and Shuri. And I was like, I want a black cat named Shuri. But then I remembered that like, I'm in this mindset right now where from now on, I will only ever have female dogs and male cats. Female dogs are the best over male dogs. Male cats are way better than female cats. It's just the way it is in my experience. So I'm like sad that I can't adopt a black cat and name it Shuri because she's my fave. She was amazing.
You could just have a boy Shuri. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would notice.
No, and names are genderless, man. Gender doesn't exist, so it's fine. Just name your cat whatever you want.
So yeah, so hopefully these black cat adoptions won't end up being black cat like, what is it? Like when you like give them up. Yeah, abandonment or whatever. But again, like you said, it's no one's saying there's more cat adoptions in general. They're just saying black cats are being adopted more often. So I don't know. And they're also cats. Cats are easy, y'all. I think you have to be a pretty lazy person to not be able to take care of a cat.
I think that you should, if you're getting a pet, you should think it through. Like, I don't think there's any pet that you should not be like, I can just grab one of these from the shop and it'll be fine. Right? You have to, that's a decision. But
yeah,
I also think that, cats are, they just require a different kind of effort than dogs because they will destroy your house. But
I don't know, I've gotten very lucky with my cats, so I'm probably like the worst person to talk to about cat adoptions because I would be out there. I had like 4 cats at one point. I would never have 4 cats again. I would honestly probably never have 3 cats again, but I don't know. I love cats, man. So anyway, is it next week is the Geekyary's 5-year anniversary.
Wow, 5 years. Crazy.
Like, that's so, I don't know, that's so like,
that's so many years.
Yeah.
That's like it's getting ready to go to school, man.
Yeah. It makes me feel old because like you and I both came on in the first year, so it's
I mean, I am old, so I'm accepting that.
Yeah, I should.
I like being old, to be honest. It's like it takes a lot of pressure off most things.
So yeah, you can join us with the hashtag Geekiary5, the number 5 years, all spelled out. And we've got a bunch of stuff going on. Like I know there's going to be like a special 5-year post featuring those of us who have been with the site since 2013. Oh my God, since 2013. And gosh, I know Stephanie said there was a bunch of other stuff going on, and I just have kind of it's like I'm blanking now on what it was. Hold on, I'm looking it up. There'll be a bunch of stuff on social media. Keep an eye on the hashtag Geekiary 5 years tag. Oh, it starts tomorrow morning. I'm sorry. So it's not next week. It starts tomorrow morning and goes through Saturday. So it's actually because I come to think of it, I think it's actually like the second or something uh that's our official like anniversary or whatever.
Oh, so it's technically the anniversary now here for me. So,
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
the party has already started in Australia. And
So yeah, it starts tomorrow and goes. So I guess it's tomorrow and Saturday.
cool. Cool. So, well, that's cool. Well, we're in the news section, so I'm gonna just say, did you watch any of the Winter Olympics? Because it's just finished, and my life is just empty without it.
I'm really bad. I don't like the Olympics. That's not fair. That's not fair. That's not fair. I followed them like on social media and read a ton of articles. I watched some clips. I don't have cable, and I also just don't like.
Erin!
Yay!
Hello.
Finally, I'm Erin! We were like blaming your computer on this because everybody's computer always updates at the worst times. Like I think it was the last month when we did our February webcast, my computer didn't update. It just crashed right as I was trying to start the
Who needs
video.
it?
But yeah, no, I say I don't like the Olympics. It annoys me that none of my shows are on during the Olympics. Like they pushed back Walking Dead, which I don't even like, but I really would have rather have had it start earlier in February because I got too much stuff going on in March, and April, and like I missed Superstore and stuff, so like that sucks, but yeah, my following was relegated to mostly like watching short clips and reading and like seeing things on Twitter because I don't have cable and don't really watch much TV anyway. So
I mean, this is probably the only time of year when I actually do. I don't watch most of it on TV. I watch it live on the app, just and like because they had a lot of stuff live. Because here they didn't do much of it live. They just showed all the Australians trying to win winter sports, which is ridiculous. We should not be in the Winter Olympics, guys. Like it's stupid. And I'm like, I'm not interested in any of this. What are you doing? Show me the skeleton. Show me the ice, the figure skating. You know, and curling. Man, I love curling so much. It's like
I don't understand curling at all. I don't get it.
It's great. It's like bowls on ice.
I've only ever seen like little like clips and stuff of it, so I just feel like I just don't understand.
I mean, it's so stupid. Like the Winter Olympics is I don't usually follow the Summer Olympics, although I love the kind of the ridiculous spirit, even though I know it's like totally corrupt and ridiculous and the world is awful. And it basically ruins the country that it goes to. But I like the kind of coming together and the spirit of it. But the Winter Olympics is the best because it's like the Summer Olympics, except literally everything can kill you.
Everything can kill you?
Yeah, you like they're just like defying death on the daily, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I respect that. It makes me. It's like my favorite part of humanity. They're like, oh, what if we just danced around on knives? That'd be cool.
I watch like the things that I care about most with the Winter Olympics is like skiing stuff, and I mostly just watch it and then feel bad about myself for being such a lame skier. Like I am not death defying. I just kind of like going down the slope all slow like.
Did you see that American girl who got into like the skiing and came last by just not falling over? Like she went to the Olympics for Hungary and she got in just by going to all the qualifying events.
No, I missed that.
Yeah, I mean, this is what the Olympics is all about. These ridiculous stories of people who are just absurd, who decide to become Olympians for.
Yeah, I should become like an Olympian for like running long distances.
I mean, I feel like running long distances is a bit harder. Like the Winter Olympics is quite easy to get in because it takes money, right? And it takes time. So if you can get those two things, then you can pretty much get to the Winter Olympics, but without them, you can't. And it kind of limits the people.
I was gonna say it takes money, it takes time, or it takes your boyfriend hiring somebody to knock your rival in the knee with a crowbar.
Hey, yeah, but like she would have got to the Olympics anyway.
I know, I know. Poor Tanya
It's not,
Harding. I mean,
that's not about getting to the Olympics. That's about winning. These are two different things. If you want to win, that's your whole life, man. You have to sacrifice your whole life to do that. But if you want to get there, you just need money and time.
did you watch the Olympics at all, Erin?
No.
Good, I'm not alone.
I was sick. I'm getting over the flu. So no.
Did you actually have the flu? I thought you tested like negative for it or whatever.
Apparently the flu test that they have is very, very inaccurate. And my friend who I went on vacation with also was sick. She got sick after me and she got diagnosed with influenza. So since I got her sick,
Yeah.
it's a safe assumption. I've been sick for almost 3 weeks. So
I'm
I'm ready for this to be done.
I'm honestly shocked. Like, not that we shared drinks or anything, but like I saw you guys when you were here in Florida, and I'm shocked that I didn't catch anything. Like I hugged you guys and stuff. Like
It was that night. It was later that night when my throat started hurting. So like 2 hours later.
Wow.
Well, unless the flu has like a several week intubation period, I think I'm okay. So
I think it's gonna be fine. Oh,
yeah, you have it by now.
So the big news here, it just says JFC Infinity Wars date change, which I assume means something like swear wordy. And then the Infinity Wars changed its date. It's moved forward a week. Why did this happen? Is there another movie coming out? Is May overloaded or?
There's nothing happening the week after that. Like a couple weeks. Like maybe 2 weeks. It was supposed to come out May 4th, so I think Deadpool's coming out 2 weeks after that. But like, it's always been the beginning of May. Now all of a sudden, it's the last Thursday in April. The only reason it's like JFC that's like I put that note in because I'm just annoyed. Like I've got a convention that week and it's my convention that I run. I can't change anything. It's like an hour from the nearest major city. I'm sure there's a movie theater that's closer, but I'm not going to it. And like I've already had one of my volunteers like message me and be pissy about like, oh god, I can't believe they changed the date. Ugh, I guess I'll have to wait till Sunday to see it. And I'm like, yeah, guess so. So like I don't mind not going like that weekend, but it's just kind of a like less than 2 months before. It's kind of I don't know.
I want to. I mean, I'm just curious. It doesn't affect me at all, but I am curious. Why? Like, what the date change is about? Like, and what the politics behind that is, because that stuff fascinates me. I'm always like, what made you make this decision?
Yeah, they tried to play it off like there was a tweet from Marvel Studios.
Oh yeah,
about the movie coming out, and Robert Downey Jr. tweeted back and was like, but what if I want to see it earlier? And they're like, ha ha ha, okay, no, it's coming out April 27th. And it's like, if anybody doesn't see this for what it is, I feel really sorry for you.
It's gotta be so that Disney can make maximum bank by having Star Wars be exclusive May 4th. And then they just moved Infinity War
is
earlier.
Star Wars Han Solo maybe May 4th as well?
No, it's May 25th.
It's just like May 4th is one of those unofficial Star Wars holidays.
Yeah, it's that. It's
May
4th be with you.
Yeah.
Thing.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, no, that makes sense. And like, I mean, and I think they probably wanted extra weeks to have Infinity Wars before Star Wars comes out. Oh God, yeah. I mean,
it's all about Disney just making maximum bank.
Oh yeah, no, I understand that. I'm just trying to work out what the financial gain is in moving it forward, like whether that will actually impact sales at all. I mean, apart from the fact that you get like it's a week earlier. Were tickets already on sale? Did people already have tickets?
No. Oh my God, that would be a shit show. Can you even imagine?
Yeah.
So yeah, like I mean, listen, like I'm not pissed about it. The whole like JFC Infinity Wars day change is mostly me just being like, could you guys have done this at like a worse time? Like,
I know, it's like, guys, I've already planned out my year and like you were penciled in there. And now I have to move everything around.
I mean, I'm not moving shit around, but I do have to like listen to people complain about how it's now coming out like Ice and Fire Con weekend. And I'm like, ooh, sorry. Like if you're a volunteer, like you're stuck. And if you're not a volunteer, you already bought your ticket. You're not getting a refund to go see fucking Infinity Force. It sounds really rude, but like I'm annoyed.
Yeah. Oh, that's fair. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm still gonna go see it, but like.
Oh no, I mean, I'm gonna go see it as soon as I possibly can, but let's be real, like I'm not getting home from Ice and FireCon till like that Monday night, like April 30th. So it's gonna be probably Wednesday or Thursday of that, first week before I see it, which would be when I would have seen it before.
Maybe
I also don't want to get spoiled. So like, listen, people, don't be assholes and don't spoil this movie. Like I got spoiled for Winter Soldier.
It's what did you get spoiled for Winter Soldier?
The Agent the Peggy scene.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like it wasn't a huge deal, but it's like that's the one Marvel movie I have not seen opening weekend, and it just like, of course, I got spoiled for it. Of course.
Yeah. I mean, I'm at the point where I'm like, well, how long do I wait before I can start saying stuff about Black Panther? Because there's a lot of stuff that I want to say. Mainly, I have like 7 fic ideas that I need to like happen. But I don't want to spoil it for anyone. And I'm like, I want to publicly talk about this. It's fine in private, but like, I need more people engaged with this. And but yeah, so I'm waiting. I figure a month is probably.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. But a lot of people don't ascribe to anything like that. They're just like, it's like the people who like lie. Like, listen, I stay off Twitter during a show if I can't like watch it live. Even a show I don't really care that much about, like Walking Dead. Like I don't go on Twitter from like when it airs until I've seen it. But like Facebook, like I can't not go on Facebook. I half my job is on Facebook, so it's like, and I can't sign into Facebook on just one of my Facebook pages. Like I have to go on my personal one. So it's like there's always those people who are live Facebooking these things, and even the kind of OMG, can you believe what just happened on this show is like, that's kind of a spoiler, y'all. Don't be assholes.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't look at Facebook anymore, so I don't know. But
I wish I wish I could not look at Facebook, and like I can go and not scroll through my newsfeed, and I've tried that, but I can't count the number of times that I have been spoiled for something during a show I couldn't watch live because I just like had to go on Facebook to do something for Ice and Fire Con or the Geekiary or something, and the first thing on my newsfeed is somebody watching the show live and like, posting a spoiler about it.
Yeah.
Social media.
We should just get rid of it. No. Then who would I yell into the void about everything that is wrong about? Yeah. Like, we need it. I need it for therapy, man. It sucks, but it's good. Like, where else can I do this?
Love-hate relationship.
Yeah. Anyway, so Infinity Ward has moved forward a week. So guys, just check that out. Check your dates. I don't know.
I think it was already coming out that day in like Europe and shit. So
yeah, it might have even been coming out here on that day actually.
Yeah.
So maybe they just brought America into the real world, the rest of the world. So the real world. I mean, the rest of the world.
I mean, have you looked at what's going on in our country lately? Anyway, so speaking of the real world, or actually the opposite of it, iZombie's back.
Yay!
Have we all watched it?
I have, yes.
Okay, yay, good.
Yes.
What do we think? What did you guys think?
I love this show so much. It makes me so happy.
Yes, I mean, I wrote the review for it this week on the Geekiary, and I mean, it was I love the show. Obviously, it was a decent season premiere. It wasn't great. It wasn't terrible. It was fine.
You know, I guess like it didn't feel like a season premiere, but until you just said that, I didn't really think about that. Like I liked the episode. I enjoyed the episode. I didn't feel let down by it.
No.
I feel like the idea of there constantly having to be this like punch in the gut episode every time there's a season premiere and a mid-season finale and a mid-season premiere and a season finale is like, it's definitely a new thing. You know, new as in the past few years. So I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was a good episode. I thought it moved the story forward, which is important.
I liked it because they're very clearly, they've got a story that they're telling, and it connects really well to the last season, and everything always flows really. It doesn't feel like I'm starting a new story.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just the same story, and we're moving it along, and it's wild because, like, I mean, yeah, things are just bonkers, and it's great. It's just fun and nice to be back with these characters and seeing what happens and kind of wanting zombies to win the apocalypse
for once. I liked the brain this week.
Oh yeah, it was fun.
I as a football fan, it was like really like I got a lot of like not just giggles but like or like belly laughs about the back and forth between like Liv on Seahawks fan brain and like the 49ers fan guy and everything. And the Patriots comments, like I love the Patriots. They're my team, but like it was hilarious. Let's be real. So football brain was good for me anyway.
Well, I did not understand any of the references, but I still found it delightful because I don't know anything. I was like, what sport are they talking about? Baseball? I don't know.
Also, it was one of those moments where I was like, oh God, that's like the easiest Liv cosplay ever. I could buy that shirt. And then I was like, I can't wear a Seahawks shirt. So
yeah, it was just, to me, like it was very heavy on exposition, and I mean it was a pretty typical season premiere, which is why I just thought it was kind of decent. But and I'm very, very worried about, I trust Rob Thomas, let me say that first. I trust him, but I am worried about the possibility of using Ravi's little time of the month as too much of a plot device. And I just hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting. Like it was, you're like, oh, what's happening?
Yeah.
It's an interesting kind of compromise. Like when you had the cliffhanger last season, is he going to? And it's like, well, he is and he isn't. So I guess that's not really what anyone was expecting because it's not really an answer. It's
Well, and that was the thing that I had alluded to in our last webcast or whatever with the teaser trailer.
Yeah.
Because they showed Ravi with the white streak in his hair in that trailer. And so that's why I was like, that's like major spoiler here. And but I agree, it was a decent compromise. I just hope that, you know,
I mean, yeah, it becomes easily becomes gimmicky, and and yeah, if it gets used just every time to try and like get him out of danger, right? That kind of thing, then like you like put Ravi, he's gonna die, and then bam, he's zombie, so it's okay. Then that's gonna get old. You can use that once. Like that is a one-time get out of Ravi death scenario.
Yeah, that's what they've been doing with Major, you know.
Yeah.
And well, I mean, with Ravi too, I guess my thought on it is like, in the same respect, he also shouldn't be used as the comedic relief every week. Like this episode was okay. Him on physicist nudist brain is like, ha ha, that's fine right now. But like if he's just if every time he gets on a brain he's just kind of like a punchline, then that's not cool. Like I don't want him to be a punchline.
I did love how unbothered Major was by it.
Yeah.
Like everyone else is freaking out every time Ravi comes in, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's a thing. Sorry, I forgot to mention it."
Yeah.
Major is still the most improved character of the entire series. So
yeah, he's great. And I like that kind of brought him full circle because he's back to counseling kids.
Yeah.
You know, I hope they kind of delve into the idea that he's essentially making these kids like child soldiers. But
yes, that really bothered me.
Which, you know, I think it's hints at that, and he's obviously uncomfortable. You know, so I'm guessing one of the kids is going to die because,
yeah,
that's got to be the moral dilemma there. You know,
is it bad if I say that I prefer it would be the white boy? Like,
well, ideally, if we're killing people, it should be the white boy. But
can I quote you on that?
You can quote me on that. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, they're never going to let me back in America, but that's fine. Yeah, no.
I mean, I'm worried about getting deported every day. So, and I live here. I'm from here. I'm so from here. I had 3 like ancestors come over on the Mayflower, and eventually they're gonna kick me out. So,
it's fine. You had a good run. Okay, it's been sweet, but yeah, I'm off. No. Yeah, it's good. I love iZombie. Yeah, it's, you know, it's kind of dessert television, you know? It's like, it's nice. You have it there. It's comforting. It's, you know, it's nice to have it every so often. I'm glad it's not like 24 episodes a season, because I think that would kind of drag it out and make it a lot weaker. So yeah.
I mean, I think in general, the idea of 20 plus episodes a season needed to die. Like, there are some exceptions, but I really think that television, there's more high quality television now with these, you know, 12, 13, 16 episode seasons. I mean, the last time I watched a show that had 20 plus episodes a season was Arrow, and I was exhausted with it.
Yeah.
Before the 16th episode, and I don't watch it anymore because I don't want to fucking watch that many episodes of a show in a season. Yeah, and like, yeah, it sucks when it's done for the season and you have to wait forever for it to come back. But like, when it comes down to it, I would really prefer like less like fewer higher quality episodes than, you know, yeah.
And you always end up with filler episodes when there's a 22, 24 episode season. And you're like, why is this
that? I mean, even Walking Dead with its 16 episodes has like not filler episodes, but just like here's an episode that with commercials lasts over an hour, and you know, half of it is filler material. Like that's shit too. So
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, there's like so much stuff coming up. March is like new March stuff is mostly Netflix.
Yeah. So we got Jessica Jones, which is March 8th, we think.
Yeah. Oh no, everything I've seen says March 8th, which is Thursday. So if I wake up Thursday morning and there is not new Jessica Jones on my Netflix, I'm gonna be rip shit.
Yeah.
But apparently it coincides with International Women's Day.
Oh, cool.
So apparently that's why they're doing it.
Nice. I'm hyped for new Jessica Jones. Love Jessica Jones.
Yes.
I'm dying for it. After the fucking nonsense that I put myself through watching Iron Fist, and like Defenders was fine, but it wasn't great. I need this.
I know. I did not watch Iron Fist. I watched the first and the last episode of Iron Fist before I watched Defenders because, and I was like, I'm so glad that I am not actually watching the whole of the season. And I watched Defenders and I was like, I just want Jessica Jones back.
Yep. Oh yeah, like the only good parts of Defenders were Jessica Jones and Luke Cage.
Yeah, basically.
Occasionally some Daredevil, but definitely not Iron Fist.
No.
Yeah. He's the worst. And he just like becomes so integral to everything. And you're just like, why? Just deal with this dude. Like he's the worst. But sure, whatever. You know, keep making shit television about white boys that appropriate Asian cultures. That's cool.
I still haven't watched The Punisher.
Oh, I haven't either. I'm not going to.
I see it out there and I'm like, yeah, I'm just not interested. I just don't care.
Yeah, I didn't. Sorry, my cat is. You see my cat right there?
Yes.
she walks through the.
You can see my cat over my shoulder back here.
If for some crazy reason you're listening to this as a podcast, I have a curtain behind me to block out the parts of my house nobody should see, and there's now a cat rubbing up against the curtain trying to get in. No, so Punisher was good. I actually, is it bad that I had totally forgotten it existed when I was just bitching about like all the shows we've had to deal with since like Luke Cage, which was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. I'd have to, I ranked them all at some point. It's definitely better than Defenders and definitely better than Iron Fist. Like literally everything in the world is, I think I'd rather watch Walking Dead than Iron Fist, to be real. But yeah, it you know, it definitely, it wasn't better than Jessica Jones. It was not better than Luke Cage. Daredevil, I think I like Daredevil. I really like Daredevil, but
I thought the first season was really good.
Yeah, that's what I'd say. I think it's better than Daredevil season 2, but not better than Daredevil season 1. And Daredevil season 2 is just too many ninjas.
Oh my god, yeah.
There's just constant ninjas in your face, like.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't watch Punisher. I mean, I just don't have a desire to watch it. Plus, like the people that have like come at me being, you have to watch this. This is amazing. Like the people that I trust who've seen it said, oh, it's all right. But the ones that are like, you have to watch this are kind of like dodgy dudes. And I'm like, I feel like I'm probably not on the same page as you about this.
Yeah. And again, like it's good. It's good. It's just, I wouldn't say it's amazing. I wouldn't watch it a second time. Which I have watched both Luke Cage and Jessica Jones a second time, so I don't know what that says, but
it says. I mean, I probably won't watch it. So, I mean, maybe if I get bored and there's nothing else on one day, but there's so many TV shows, like, and I never have any time. So, yeah.
And speaking of Netflix, and zombie shows, Santa Clarita Diet season 2 comes out, I think, the 24th of March. which Erin, like you turned me on to that. So it's a fun show.
It's fun. It's not great.
Yeah.
It's not going to win any awards.
No, it's absolutely not. But I mean, it's like, what are they? I'm pretty sure they're 30-ish minute episodes. So
Yeah.
they're like shorter episodes, and it's you know, it's amusing.
You can tell that you can tell the cast is having fun.
Yes.
Doing it, and I think that's. I like seeing Drew Barrymore like be funny and happy, and that's what it's all about.
I think it's like snack food TV. Like you don't have to watch it, but if you're like need something like short and just to keep you going, then yeah.
You had some time TV earlier. Now snack TV.
Yeah.
I love it.
Snack TV. Yeah, all my TV is related to food. Okay, it's my life.
It's okay. Right? It's good. I like it.
All right. Then we're moving into April, which there's a lot of stuff.
I want to back up just a second. And really this it came out in February, so whatever. But have you watched Everything Sucks on Netflix?
I did watch it.
I have not.
It was very like nostalgia-y.
I just wanted to see what the general
I loved it. Like, I mean, I liked the nostalgia stuff. And I thought that it was almost good.
Yes.
Like, I was just like, I liked certain parts of it, and like I think it was trying to be good, and there were bits of it where I was like, oh wow, this could be amazing, and it just wasn't quite good.
I agree with everything you just said. So
everything I've seen about it is like, oh my gosh, it like brings me back to high school. And I mean, we're kind of all in the same general age range. Vaughn, I think you might be a little bit. Well, Erin, I know you're younger than me, but by like a year. And
I am not younger than you. I am older than you.
You lie. You lie. We'll discuss.
We're all
this
in
later.
that. Like, I mean,
we're all in like a couple years of each of each other total. And everything I'm seeing is like, my cat is driving me fucking crazy right now. She just keeps walking in front of my face. Everything I'm seeing about that show is that it's very much, it brings me back to high school and everything. And so it's like, I don't really want to be reminded of high school. So that's why I haven't watched it yet.
I didn't necessarily bring me back to high school because my high school experience was not like that. It was because it's very American, but it did remind me of all the kind of movies and TV shows that I watched when I was in high school.
Okay.
So like that gave me a lot of nostalgia in that way. I was like, oh wow, this is kind of like all the teen movies that I loved, because like the 90s had just the best teen movies.
That is true.
So it was, it was kind of playing on that, like, with like Stranger Things does that. The 80s had those like great kind of kids horror and stuff that was growing, and just horror movies in general. The 80s did really well, whereas 90s did that kind of that teen thing. The 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, they did those teen movies brilliantly, and it's trying to play on that, and it does some things okay, and other things not so great.
And none of those kids wear nearly enough black clothing, because I was a freshman in 1996, same as the kids in the show, and those kids did not wear enough black.
I did not have. I mean, I was like a couple of years younger, but no, the colors were. There's not.
Does it? So, okay, are they freshmen in like 96, 97 or 95, 96?
96, 97.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was when I was a freshman too. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I guess maybe it depends on like where you went to school or who you're friends with. I had I went to a really small school. There were a lot of like hick kids in my school. I wore like the wide leg jeans and like velvet/velour shirts.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's definitely heavy in the show. Yeah.
Like I didn't wear a ton of black, like and then like starting sophomore year, I was hardcore into like the flannel and like plaid with like button down shirts, but unbuttoned with like a t-shirt or a cami underneath them, and like bootleg or whatever jeans. I don't fucking know whatever was in back then. Like I wore a lot of American Eagle before it cost like $80 for a fucking pair of American Eagle jeans. So, but yeah, and I feel like, so I didn't wear a lot of black, but I say that, and then I also remember that like I tried to go through like a goth phase, and then I like put black lipstick on a few times, and I was like, this is not good for me. And I have black lipstick now, and I've put it on, and I'm like, no, this is still not good for me.
I used to have black lipstick too that I wore. It's horrible. But I also, I wore a lot of colors and stuff, and I was very.
I just my high school experience was so watered down. We had like 2 black people in my high school. Not kidding. 2.
Well, I went to the largest high school in my state, very large high school, and my experience was basically identical to the one on the show.
Oh,
yes.
Right. Oh, that's cool. It's cool. No, I almost liked it.
It took me back, but, and the kids were kind of cute. Some of the kids were kind of cute. Some of the kids were just like, get off my screen, please. But and the fact that they made a movie, like, I loved that. Because I used to do that when I was a kid. Is like I used to write movies and star in them.
Yeah, no, that. I mean, it felt like my youth, and it in a lot of ways. I mean, like the cultural differences, obviously, but it did in a lot of ways. I wasn't particularly fond of some of the female characters that they had and the way that they depicted them, but you can't have everything. I mean, they did try to diversify and stuff in a way that a 90s teen movie or teen show would never have been. But yeah.
I'm very interested in Erin's experience writing and starring in movies. I didn't really do that, but I lived in like a little neighborhood, and my friends and I wrote like plays, and then we put them on for the neighborhood, and we charged like $2 admission, and we donated all the money. Like we donated it to a local like Ronald McDonald like children's house or whatever. Like it was literally like a way for us to raise money for charity. But we wrote these stupid plays. Like the only people that came to it were our friends and our family members. And I think back on it now, and I'm like, these made no sense. They made no sense. They were entirely personal jokes. It was like, I'm trying to think of like a movie, or it's like those awful, I mean, not as offensive, but it's like the awful like Seth Rogen movies where the entire thing is just a bunch of stupid fucking personal jokes that like nobody cares about. So like imagine that, but like way less offensive at a bunch of high schoolers, and that's what we did. And it was a blast when we did it, but like, the fuck were we thinking?
Yeah, that's what high school is. It's very self-involved, and you think everything you're doing is the most original, the first time anyone has ever felt or done anything that you've done.
Oh, I mean, we knew we were ridiculous. Like that's the last one we did was about a like town where there was a bird museum, and there was a statue of a golden goose, and somebody stole it. Like it was so ridiculous. I could never even describe it without showing it to somebody. And I don't think I still have like a video of it, but we thought it was hilarious, but like at the same time, it's like, we know it's only hilarious to us. So I don't know. Teenagers, man.
Fair. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So yes, we're a yes and no on the everything sucks.
Watch it for the nostalgia. Don't watch it for the quality.
Yes, that's a good.
That's good to know. That puts it at that like my late night. I'm drinking and want to watch something.
Yeah.
TV
yes,
show.
that's when you should watch it.
Right.
It's the drinking show.
All right.
Vaughn, it's
do that.
after dinner drinks.
Yes, after dinner drinks. Excellent.
Oh my God.
We'll have a whole meal soon. It's just like the whole day.
What is this show called again?
Everything sucks.
Everything sucks.
Yep. Okay. So moving on to
Okay.
April, where there's like a ton of
sorry.
shows. What is happening in April?
So much. Like so much. The Expanse is first, right? April 11th. Ah!
It says you've written here, like, is this our new Helix? And I am sorry to say that I have to like say no because I don't like this show.
I can't. I'm off the Expanse train as well.
Really? I think I posted like, "Is this our new Helix?" as a joke, but like only because I knew Erin watched it. I guess I thought you watched it, Vaughn.
I don't hate it in any way. I just didn't connect to it at all. I watched like the first few episodes or the first season, and I was just like, nah, not for me.
Yeah, sorry, Tara.
So you're done.
You burst in a
I
bubble.
thought you loved it the last I knew. What did I miss?
No, I loved the first season. I mean, there are some episodes that I went back and I like watched them right away again. Season 2 was very lackluster for me, and I still have not watched the season finale. And
Wow.
I still am like,
Yeah,
so
I'll be honest, I think if I hadn't read the books, I would not be as into it as I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
very fair.
Yeah.
I it's different from the books, but it's one of those very rare, so far it has been one of those very rare instances where I can understand and agree with every change they've made. Which makes me respect the show a lot. And it also kind of helps, I think, maybe that I know some of what's probably coming next. But yeah, I'm excited for it. So
Cool.
I mean, it's good, and I'll still probably watch it, but it's just not for me. You know, I have a problem with space shows.
yeah,
It's just
that's fine, man.
it's too exhausting for me. I just can't do it.
I think I'm just getting like really fussy as the older I get. I have less time, so I'm just like, I just ditch shows so easily now. I'm just like, no, nothing. Like for petty reasons, I'm just like, nah.
I am the same way. I started watching Wolf Hall, which is like very critically acclaimed. People love it. You know, it's great. And I'm watching it and I'm like, they took Henry VIII and made it so freaking boring. I'm like, I can't watch it. It's too boring.
Yeah, fair.
Anyway, sorry. Tangent again.
No, that's fine. I mean, there's a lot of shows like, I mean, that everyone likes, like The Crown. Everyone loves The Crown, and I'm just like, why?
I like The Crown. I don't love it. It's definitely it's one of those like, hey, there's nothing else to watch.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't.
Yeah. It's enjoyable when there's nothing else to watch. I'm not gonna rush to get it done because as I drop something, I started watching it, like I started watching the first season when there was literally nothing else to watch, and then I watched the second season because I was like, oh hey, The Crown came out this week, and there's literally nothing else to watch. I think it was in December or something.
Sounds about right.
I mean, I was too busy. Like, I mean, recently what came out was the Queer Eye reboot. That's all I care about. So,
I heard it's really good.
It's so good. It's like you
Very
sit there and you're like,
good.
I cannot even believe that you made this the most emotional television show I've ever watched. I now love people. And
you love people?
I love people.
Yes.
And we can be rescued and we can be okay. And it's just so lovely.
It is the comfort food of TV,
Yes,
right?
Really?
Am I right?
Yeah.
All right, maybe I need to watch it. I
You
say
really
that as like I've been really emotional lately. I don't know why. Like I'm not usually the type of person to like get teary-eyed at like television and movies and stuff, but like I came back from running my half marathon on Sunday, and granted I was drunk because that's what you do after you run 13 miles, right? Is get drunk.
Okay.
And we watched Captain America because we're on our, like we're gonna watch every Marvel movie before Infinity Wars thing. And I was like, I broke down in tears like 6 times during Captain America. Like I've seen this movie, I don't even know, a dozen times, maybe more. It's probably, I think it's probably my favorite Marvel like MCU movie still to this day. And I kept like tearing, like not like sobbing, but just like tearing up and getting all like verklempt about it. And I was like, what's wrong with me? So I mean, if
I
it's
cry
that
watching
type of
Captain
show,
America all the time, so it's fine.
I'm
You
glad
will
I'm not
cry.
alone, because I was like, am I just drunk? Am I just tired? I've been up since 3 a.m. Like maybe it's both, but I don't think it is. I think I'd be doing this even if, because I also, there's something else I was watching. There's like 3 shows I've watched recently where I got all like, ooh, ooh.
Well, if
I
you
don't know what
want
the
to
fuck is wrong
cry,
with me.
watch Queer Eye. It's
Yeah.
rhymes.
If you
But
want to cry, watch Queer Eye.
You will cry, but it's a therapeutic
it's
cry.
good crying. It's good crying. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I will be writing an article about it.
interested.
I just haven't gotten to it yet. But it's very uplifting, and it's very it's just so different than the original, and everything. Like the original Queer Eye was good. This is like next level.
Yeah, it's exactly what we needed, like, to be honest, as a society. I wish the Queer Eye guys would just fix everything.
Yeah.
And aren't they like in Atlanta a whole bunch?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's where they made it.
Have you, Vaughn, I read this article, I think, on Vulture, and it was about how Anthony is dividing the queer community because some people think that he's like not gay enough, and some people are just like, oh, he's like a little snowflake or whatever. And so I read this article, and I was like, and it was 2 people, one defending Anthony and one being like, he's so fake. And the whole time I'm sitting there and I'm just like, Anthony is the way he is because he's Canadian. Like, that's just the answer to all of these arguments. He's just Canadian. Like,
I did not even know that, like, that was a thing. But that, I mean, I imagine that would be. I mean, queer people, we like to just argue amongst ourselves. We're very dramatic people. But you know, people are just stupid. They find things to complain about, you know?
Yeah.
All I saw was people complaining about, I don't know. What was it? I can't even remember. Like, making the mac and cheese was what I saw people complaining about, because putting peas in mac and cheese is apparently a bad thing.
Oh yeah, and Anthony paired the what was it? Grapefruit with avocado or something. Yeah. And that's a weird combination. I agree with that, but also he's Canadian, so who knows? It's a whole different world up there.
It really is. I just recently learned about this thing that they do called stag, like what is it called? Like it's some sort of pre-wedding party where they like earn money to pay for their wedding. And they like have like raffles, and there's something where like they'll like throw pepper at you or put pepper in your drink if you don't pay them money. It's really rude for Canadians, but it's a thing apparently.
Jeez.
There's a term for it. I just don't remember what it is. And listen, I have no problem with people throwing a party to try to raise money for their wedding, or with people like registering for like a honeymoon thing instead of like registering for a bunch of shit they don't need. But like, I'm not gonna pay you to not put pepper in my drink.
Yeah, There's
a line I have to draw here. So So anyway, other things in April. Westworld is what, the 22nd, I think. 20, no, that's the 100. Westworld is in April. Legion is in April. The 100 is in April. I care nothing about the 100. Like I'll watch the 100, but I don't really care that much about it. Legion, I don't have cable and I'm not going to watch live. Westworld, I can watch live because I do have HBO Go. Yay, because Westworld is good. Although I'm still confused about what they're going to do this season, or how they're going to make this last for several seasons. But like, hey, here's hoping. That's about it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just reading about these stag and doe parties now.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Okay, like, right?
Yeah, stag and does, or buck and does, or Jack and Jills, apparently.
Which Jack and Jill is a baby.
And they pay like admission, and then it's like basically a carnival to just raise money for your.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, and I'm okay with the idea of it, because I also think like the U.S. wedding industry is like bullshit and like really narrow-minded. Like, I hate the fact that they look down on people who want to do like honeymoon registries, and where you don't.
Is that a weird thing?
Yeah, because you have to get them a physical gift, because like if you give them cash, you don't know what they're gonna do with it, or something. I don't know. I think it's bullshit, because like,
I don't know anyone who's had
nowadays when you have lived with somebody for years and years. Like, oh no, my ex and I did a honeymoon registry because we like been on our own and then also lived together for years, and like we didn't fucking need anything.
Yeah.
Like, we had everything we could possibly want. One of my family members complained to my parents. So we went and registered for stuff at Bed Bath & Beyond. And you know what we registered for? A clothes steamer. A bunch of ShamWows because we thought it was funny. Nobody got us any ShamWows. Some bedside lamps because we had really shitty ones. So like we were like, if we're gonna register for shit, we might as well like register for these. At least they're nice. And like a couple other random things. I was like, nobody needs this, but I guess we'll register for it. And it's like stupid.
Yeah. I am actually like looking at it, thinking that these stag and doe parties seem pretty cool. Like if I had a wedding. All it is just like, yeah, you pay money. Your friends all pay you money to have a wedding. And I'm like, that's cool. But you don't you're throwing a party, so like you're spending money. So I don't think it's actually really helping you.
Yeah.
Raise that much money.
I think it's probably a 2/3 expense, 1/3 like you raise money, but also I mean
it's a party that you get.
I'm fine with the idea. Yeah, thank you. I'm fine with the idea of it, but I just don't want to have to pay somebody to not put pepper in my drink. Because I don't think that happens.
They didn't read anything about that, but yeah, maybe do nice games like I don't know, coin tossing.
They do like raffles and stuff.
Toss this coin into this bucket. And then I'll keep it. That's.
I mean, that's a very straightforward game.
Yeah, it really is.
And I win every time, so it's great.
Anyway, so do we care about anything else that's coming out in April, or we just want to go to upcoming events?
Yeah, well, it's a month away. We can talk about it in April, and I care about. I want to see Westworld and Legion. But yeah, I don't know much about what their season's going to be like. So
literally nothing.
Yeah.
Yet. So
upcoming events. Who's got something upcoming? Anything? Anyone?
Just me. Ice and FireCon.
Go first.
That's it. We like literally. So I kind of feel like I'm going to post on Facebook, like, I revealed an Ice and FireCon secret during this webcast. Ha, ha, ha. Because I'm going to. We're putting our, like, first version of the schedule out tomorrow. Nobody knows that. This is the first time I've said that in public.
Exclusive.
So, yeah, exclusive. Woohoo. No, we've got, like, so much going on. I don't think we're going to sell out, but we're definitely getting to the point where we're going to have to start clicking numbers for panels and stuff. And we have a ballroom that seats several hundred people, so that's a good thing.
That's cool.
So yeah, we've got like so many things coming up, and I'm really excited. So, and this is my second webcast this week, y'all, and I've got another one on Saturday. So, yay! Because it's like we're doing like an Ice and Fire Con, like meet the small council webcast. So woohoo! So yeah, that's last weekend of April, and I'm really excited about it.
The next thing I care about is, I guess, Infinity Wars, which is the same weekend.
Yeah.
And I don't really care about Infinity Wars. I care about Captain America's beard and Bucky Barnes. So
Bucky.
I hear about all things Captain America, so everything Captain America.
I care about Captain America, but I just don't think that this movie is going to be any good. So I'm not looking for.
I mean, can it be worse than Age of Ultron?
Probably not. So that is true. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say that. Now I said it, it's probably going to be worse than Age of Ultron.
Don't you?
Who cares? Who even cares? Oh well. And that's all I can think about happening. Oh, I've got Mardi Gras on the weekend, so that'll be fun. So
Erin, anything for you?
The huge San Diego Comic-Con, July.
Oh, the big
It'll
one.
Be here before we know it.
Oh, it comes up every year, and you're like, wait, it's that time already?
I know. It's like you wait, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, it's in a week. Ah! And then it's over before you know it.
Yeah. I actually have a wedding the weekend before that, so it's gonna be rough. Like I'm gonna be going to the wedding, coming home for like 3 days, and then turning around and going to Comic-Con. So
cool. All right. Wow. Recommendations. Any recommendations from anyone?
I am so like I have nothing, y'all. I just don't.
I mean, the only thing I have to recommend is Black Panther, but you've probably already seen Black Panther. Just go see it again. Just go see Black Panther again. Like, that's your recommendation.
Give them all your money.
Yeah, just go see it again. It's really good. I've seen it twice. It holds up second viewing. So
they did really well in the box office, like really well their first weekend. Like I'm just nobody can ever say now.
No. But it's, so that I mean, it's doing fine, and everyone has already seen it. So I recommend seeing it again, I guess.
Yeah, I have nothing. I don't know. I've been reading a lot lately. I started reading. So I read the first book in the Outlander series before the show came out, and I had a lot of issues with it, and like barely finished. Like I had a lot of very personal issues with it, and barely finished it, and like struggled and hated the ending. And then like I didn't even watch the end of the first season of the show. I never watched the last couple episodes. The second and third seasons of the show were good. The third season finished, a few months ago. Actually, it was probably like 4 or 5 months ago now at this point. And I was like, all right, well, now I want to know what happened. So I got I think it's the 4th or 5th book in the series, Drums of Autumn. So I started reading that, and it's like, I like it. Like I when I start reading it, I can't put it down. But then when I put it down, I forget about it for a day. It's really weird. It's like this really weird situation that I don't normally find myself in. So I don't know. I guess like if you don't mind reading about horrid like rape and also some really backwards ideas about people who aren't straight, then it's good. So there's that. I don't know. I hate recommending the series because I'm so torn about it. but at the same time, like when I watched the show, minus the few episodes I couldn't, like I literally physically could not watch, because when I read those scenes in the book, I was like crying and like unable to finish that. I had some major, there's a lot of rape in the end of the first book that's like really just disgusting and like kind of glorified, I feel. But the show is so beautiful, and the acting is great, and the actors are amazing, and I just and there's so many good things about the book, that like the historical stuff is fun, and the magic is kind of limited and good in ways. I don't even know how to, I don't know how to say how I feel about it, but like, I don't know. If you've never experienced Outlander, I think it's worth trying. That's like the biggest recommendation I can give it, which is so weak. I don't know. That's what I'm on right now, though, is Outlander. Oops.
Cool. Well, that is an interesting recommendation.
I guess I feel like if you can handle some of the really graphic rape scenes that I personally can't handle for personal reasons, then you'll probably really enjoy it. Like I have a lot of personal issues with it that I don't want to project onto other people, is what I'm saying, I guess.
Yeah. All right, Erin, you've got nothing?
I'm watching a lot of Masterpiece, which is not for everyone. And so that's about it. Go check out Masterpiece on Amazon.
All right.
Okay, well, we're all done. I will get us out of here. I'm Vaughn, and I'm here along with Tara and Erin. Thank you for joining us for Feelings with the Geekiary. Remember, we are a free webcast, one-off donations from viewers like you. Thanks for contributing and helping our host site, the Geekiary, and we will see you next month.
Bye.
Bye.